All right, how's everyone doing? This is Jerry Thompson, your host. Welcome to You Talk Live. And today we're going to talk about you. Like, what have you been doing at home? What's your experience like at home? Trying to deal with this virus thing, having to stay home all the time. So, this is your chance to be on the show and just say whatever you want to say. Maybe you want to advise others about how to cope with this thing, or so we're just talk and have some fun. Hopefully, some connection issues. Okay. Well, that was my experience. We're having connection issues because since everyone's home, the internet is like slow for everybody. So I'm first. All right. So we're gonna start the show and get right on it. If you want to be on the show, you're welcome to do so. I'll post the link, and we want to go. All right. Let's start the show.
Hey!
All right. Hey. So we have two people on the show already. We have Kendra and Simone. What is up?
Hey.
Hey. So.
I know, I look way too excited.
Oh,
I'm sorry, go ahead. It's your show. You do your thing.
You're supposed to be going crazy because you're at home. Nothing.
Oh my God.
Kind of crazy. So
I've been in the house for 6 days.
What?
I've been in the house for 6 days.
Oh, that's crazy.
It's been
That's
6
crazy.
days for me right now. But
especially if you live with other people you can't stand. I don't know. I'm just.
Well, I live just with me, so far.
If you can't
I
stand
love all the people I live with.
Okay, good, because I can't help with that.
We doing all right. Me, myself, and I. We doing okay.
So, Kendra, what have you been doing?
So me, so as you can see my name tag, I'm literally at work right now. So I actually won't be able to stay too long. I have a patient in about 10 minutes. But it's been a major adjustment for me, right? So I usually don't do telemedicine. I don't really see patients, via online media forums and all that. So it's been an adjustment. And similar to Simone, I've been home for like 2.5 days. And yeah, that's interesting.
Interesting. Do tell.
That's all I'll say. Well, I feel like my eating habits are probably not the best. I feel like, constant eating, snacking, right? It's like, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's me too.
Yeah,
I go to get a glass of water and I'm like, oh, I should get a donut. Then I should not get a donut. I should not.
Yes.
Because you don't know what to do with yourself. I mean, it's just, what do I do now?
Right. Everything is just so available. It's
right.
just, steps away from my kitchen. Which is,
did you guys go out there and just buy out everything in the store to eat? Like that? Did you buy all the toilet paper you could find?
That I didn't do.
I wasn't on the toilet paper towel bandwagon, but I did buy extra snacks. I'm not gonna lie. I did buy extra food just because I wasn't really sure, what the outcome was gonna be, like how much of a quarantine are we really gonna be under, And then I live in New York, so it's the highest population in terms of people being infected. So just want to be
mandated
as cautious as possible.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
So anyone who's watching, if you want to be on the show, I'm going to post the link, and you just tell us what your experience is. All right, you guys go ahead.
Well, I guess as far as the snacking goes, I have donuts in my house, which I never have donuts in my house. But one of the things that I think you do a lot when you're just at home is watch TV and Netflix. And I don't know, I think I was watching a commercial and they mentioned donuts, and I thought, I need donuts. I don't need donuts, but I bought them because I was influenced. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
But I do have this thing where I'm like, I'm not at work. I am working. I'm working from home. So I'm doing my office job.
Okay.
I have an office set up, and I get a little bit, it's sedentary, you're just kind of sitting in the same place all day long.
Right.
And
Yes.
I've never been a gym person, but I feel all of a sudden I feel the need to like get up and like dance if I'm listening to music, and just like, because I feel like, okay, my body is just gonna go to pot, and I need to get up and move at some point during the day.
Yeah. What else are you gonna do? Some people went outside to exercise, so you can do that.
Yeah.
To stay safe, away from everybody, that kind of thing. So you just gotta cope.
You know what I did do today? I went to go visit my hairdresser. She's working. I'm in Georgia, so they're not arresting people for being out.
No.
And to be outside, I'm not near Atlanta. I'm in a smaller city. I'm in Columbus.
Okay.
So, but when you go outside, it looks like a normal everyday day. Like people, aren't y'all supposed to be home? Like, what's going on?
Exactly.
But yeah, my hairdresser, we like to hug each other every time we see each other. But today, we just did here you go. We did an elbow bump.
Like the air hug kind of thing.
Hug. Oh my goodness.
What I was telling someone, all you do right now, do not look at your 401k. Do not look at your bank.
Yeah.
About that.
Just don't look at it. All right. It's gonna get better. It's gonna get worse, but it's gonna get better. Just don't look at it.
I'm like, okay, now is a great time to buy some stock, isn't it?
Right. You can buy stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, man, everything is like super duper cheap. Can I take $500 and just buy something?
Yeah. Don't sell it, but buy. Buy whatever you want. but don't look at your 401k. You're gonna go crazy.
Man, oh man.
They were talking about some church people still having church, and they said, well, the Lord will help us, and if we stay faithful and it came together, it's like, okay, yes, he would help. But I think he also said obey the laws of the land. So.
Right. Yeah, it's that fine line between faith and stupidness.
Right.
So, okay, where does that line? When do you actually cross that
line? Right.
Oh gosh.
I think God gives us knowledge, and we need to use that knowledge, right? So yeah, I really don't, support any of that.
They were meeting in groups.
Yeah.
And crazy. There were people playing football and basketball in the park. Like, people just get it.
I guess you know what, and I've been hearing a lot that they've been saying like it's younger people who are really just not getting it, and maybe they've been getting the message that they can't get it because they've been hearing how it's the older folks who are most at risk.
Right.
But I think it's been misconstrued. It's like the older folks are more at risk of dying, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
But everybody's at risk of getting it.
Getting it, right.
Yeah, and it would be sad if a younger person got it, didn't know they had it, and then took it home and gave it to grandma and grandpa,
Yeah. And
that's the sad thing.
And Ken would know more about this, but you can have it, but not even know.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Right. Yeah. And I think that's probably why New York is so affected, in addition to all the different variables in terms of tourism as compared to other places. But I think that same very point you guys are raising is that the young people don't really feel that they can get it. And, even if you look at the statistics, they do show on the nose that it's generally people that are under 65 that have it. But like you guys said, people that are over 65 are the ones with the most complications. So,
yes.
Staying home on that note. I'll be reaching someone in a minute with the days.
Yeah.
What is annoying me right now? Some people, some pastors are saying they have a miracle cure. Okay?
Really?
It has not been tested. They didn't do an experiment or survey, they didn't do anything, but they have a miracle cure for this virus. Just spend $5 and you get it. You know what I mean? It's like you're really misleading people because people are cool and they think this is the thing. It's going to work.
That's very sad. Yeah, I heard that Trump was touting some cure, and people were like mixing medicines, took it, and died. Yeah.
Okay.
Is that a true story? Because I don't like to spell. There's too much misinformation out there. I don't want to spread anything unless it's actually true.
Alexandra.
So I actually did read that article, and I'm not 100% sure if it's accurate, but I do know that if the quote unquote professionals and experts, people that do this for a living in terms of the infectious disease doctors and things like that, people who research and work in labs, if they're even having issues, with coming up with just a basic treatment, I don't want to say, those people who say they have a cure, or, if your cure is really the cure, and you want to know about it. And my thing is, for all the naturalists and the herbalists out there, I think it's great to use things to build your immune system. I'm all about that. So if you want to take your vitamin C, your elderberry, your echinacea, your ginger, your garlic, do all of those things in terms of preventative means. So like if you're trying to boost yourself and make sure if you were to get in contact, not just the coronavirus, but just in general, like if you were to come in contact with flu or whatever else that's out there, you want to make sure you're as protected as you can be internally, so you can use those agents to actually treat coronavirus. I don't know if that's the best way. I would say if you're symptomatic, then you should definitely talk to your, health provider and, let them take it from there.
Yeah.
Like what you said, I'm all for building your immune system. That's fine. But don't say it's a cure. That's
right. Yeah. I had posted this on my page yesterday, how somebody had sent me something that said, there's a cure for this. Just drink hot lemon water.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
Yeah, I've been hearing that heat will drive this thing away. And I'm thinking, if all we needed was heat, wouldn't a doctor have figured this out by now, and it would be all over the world, right? Literally would have been like, turn up the heat in your houses everywhere. Everybody just drink hot water. Nothing cold for the next. Somebody would have said something, right? So, I looked up benefits of lemon water, and there's lots of great benefits. And it talked about, boosting your immune system, but not enough to be a cure and fight this thing off if you have it, So I was very pissed off. And when I posted on my page, I was like, okay, people, please just do a simple Google search before you forward some miracle cure
Right.
or this quote. This is what they don't want to tell you.
Yeah.
Nobody wants you to know.
Yeah. There are a whole bunch of
Drives me nuts.
Conspiracy theories out there that was man-made, and they're trying to reduce the population. And
right, I heard
I've
that.
heard
I got into an argument with somebody on Facebook yesterday about that because he's believing this guy who's preaching that this is this virus is a way to reduce the population of the world 95%. And I'm thinking, if somebody is a megalomaniac enough to come up with something to reduce the world's population by 95%, that person is a person who wants power.
Right.
If there's only a few people in the world, who do you have power over? You don't want to reduce the population that much.
I know, right?
I don't know. To me, it doesn't make sense. And then, of course, he cited a book where this scenario had played out in this book. It was a fictional book by an author who wrote this in 1981 or something. When he posted the cover of the book, I was like, I recognize that name right away. I'm a fiction reader. I read I read lots of spy stories and mysteries and all that kind of stuff. So I recognize this guy's name right away. I've never read one of his books, but his book is always on the shelf next to my favorite authors.
Oh,
this is a fictional book, and they're citing it as true. And I'm just like, people, stop. And another reason why I was pissed about that is because I have sickle cell anemia. You start posting stuff out there, people who are vulnerable believe it.
right.
And they try to use it or whatever, and it just makes their situation worse than it already is.
Yeah.
So I'm like, please don't be forwarding me crap like this.
Yeah. There was a psychic. I forgot her name. Anybody? She predicted
Sylvia
this.
Brown.
What's the name?
I saw that too. Her name is Sylvia Brown. I think she used to be like a regular on the Montel Williams show. So I think Kim Kardashian was the person who kind of resurfaced the whole book and kind of highlighted that she said, in 2020 there's going to be like respiratory illness that takes over and all of that.
Wow. Yeah, I heard that. She said she predicted this virus, and it's going to affect your lungs and all that, and it's going to go away instantly and come back in 10 years.
Come back, yeah. Yeah. And it's like it's the same prediction, and it's been attributed to several people.
Yeah.
But if you go into that same book, if you look right above that paragraph, she also predicted other things that didn't come true. So it's like, what do people have to say about that?
Yeah. Who predicted this? Jesus.
Well, pretty much, yeah.
Matthew 24. I mean, in the last days, there'll be pestilences and wars and rumors of wars and all of this stuff. He doesn't give us specific details, and that's what everybody's looking for. Oh, somebody said it's the coronavirus, but God told us in the last days that this will happen, but we know the end of the story.
Right.
Eventually, these are the birth pains, that we're going to go through, and in the end, Jesus will come.
Mm-hmm.
But in the meantime, He is here with us. He's going through this with us, and He will help us to get through this.
Mm-hmm. Agree 110%. Yeah. On that note, though, I actually have to go. I have a patient actually in 10 minutes. But thanks for having me on. I thank all the people that are watching.
I just went off the air.
Definitely.
I hope you guys are still there.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay. I'm back. It's crazy.
Hey again.
So yeah, I have to run, but I'm gonna encourage all the people, if anyone's watching, leave your comments in the chat section. You can ask questions, you can make comments, and most importantly, you can also join, so you can actually share your opinion and your experience of how this whole COVID-19 is.
Yep. Thanks for coming on the show.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I'm gonna yeah. So if you want to join the show, we're gonna have it again tomorrow at 5. I'm gonna play a short clip, and then we're gonna get back to the show.
Hey.
So you are into business, right?
I am.
How has it affected your business?
My business hasn't affected it at all. And that's because I do everything online.
Okay.
I haven't had a live event for a while. I do want to get back to doing it, but for right now, my business is online. I have been coaching. Cool. That's what I've been doing. Coaching and consulting. Consulting and coaching. And so, and the people that I coach are independent Christian recording artists.
Having problems.
And they are having problems, especially the ones who are used to doing live events. And these days on the weekends, most of them make most of their money on the weekends because that's when they play for churches, and that's when they have their concerts. And now all of that has been shut down.
Right.
So I am actually doing a training tomorrow evening for my members called, I didn't give it a name, but
okay.
I should call it monetizing during the coronavirus pandemic or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's really about bringing your offline activities online, and using this time, because this can really be an opportunity. It doesn't have to be something that just completely shuts you down. This is an opportunity to actually get out there, use the platforms that we have to engage. You know, like right now I see, you know, you're using this app to get online and bring people on and have conversations with them. We do that as well on Thursdays. I work with a couple of people, and we do a show called Music Industry Makeover. We've been doing it for years. Well, not for years, for a year. And, you know, and we get on and we talk about the music business. But this is, you know, we've got Facebook, we've got Instagram, I've seen like videos where people are doing TikTok videos and posting them. I spend most of my time on Facebook, but there's multiple avenues and there's multiple platforms that we can use that are free and available.
Yeah.
And so what I do is I give artists information and techniques, like how to do it effectively, how to do it well, you know, because like now that everybody is doing it because we don't really have a choice.
Right, exactly.
You don't want your videos to look the same as everybody else's, and you know, you want to stand out a little bit, and you also want to be able to keep those people who watch you in your world, and you can use these platforms to make some money and make up some of the money that you're not making by not playing at church on the weekends.
Right.
So,
as you know, I play for a church on the weekend, and I can't do it anymore, so I'm losing that.
Yeah.
My day job is as a teacher, so we still have to teach. We still go to work every day, well, at home. So we teach the kids teach them on video.
Yeah.
There's some apps that they log into and they do the assignments, and it gives them a grade and everything. I could see all their work and everything. So that hasn't changed. My other gig, I write I write grants for I write grants for schools and nonprofits and stuff like that. So I can do that online. So that's still there. I can write grants online. So, but for some people, they lost their jobs or they were furloughed or something. So it's really hard. It's really hard.
It's been hard. So many businesses have had to either adjust or shut down temporarily or shut down completely. And I feel like if this lasts long, like I was listening to the news yesterday and they were saying that this is going to last a while. This is not going to be a couple of weeks. You know, some people are saying it's a couple of weeks. This other guy is a doctor. He's saying this is going to be our reality like the rest of the year.
Wow.
Wonderful 2020.
Wow. Yeah, I know.
You know, we're so hopeful for 2020, right?
Yes.
Beginning of a new decade, 2020 vision. Everybody's talking about 2020 vision. And man, who knew? But you know what's interesting is that because I was at a retreat in January. I don't think I had heard about the virus then, but while we're all talking about vision and we're all excited for the new year and making our goals and everything, this was actually starting. This was starting because when did it started in November or December in Wuhan? This was beginning. We didn't know. We had no idea.
And the Chinese doctor who tried to warn everybody about it, first he was jailed for doing that, and then they realized, oh, it's actually real.
Yeah, this is real.
He died. Unfortunately, he died from the same virus.
Yeah, like why would you try to muzzle the doctor who's trying to warn you?
Well, that's China, I guess. I don't know.
But they're saying one of the things that China did, well, China's able to do because they are an authoritarian government. They can force people into their homes. They use technology to keep track of people wherever it is they're traveling. They can mandate certain things and people obey right away. And that has helped them a lot because people aren't out there flaunting the laws and saying, oh, it's not going to bother me. I'm healthy. I'm good. So they've been able to contain it, I guess, to a degree. And I heard yesterday that there were no new cases of coronavirus in China. Meanwhile, in the rest of the world.
Yeah, that's democracy at work. You can do whatever you want, even to kill other people.
And if the government says one thing, you have, in this country, we have the right to tell them to go jump in the river. And I don't care what you say. I'm going to do my own thing.
We are not doctors and we have no clue of what's going on. We know what's best for ourselves.
Right. And we tend to be very individualistic too. I have a coworker who's Indian, and he was like, yeah, in this country, it's very individualistic. Like, you can't, when you tell somebody something, they don't really, if they don't like it, it's like, yeah, hey, that's great for you. But for me, I'm going to do this, that, or the other thing. So yeah, I think we don't think a lot about society at large. We think about ourselves a lot.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and that can be, hopefully that is not our undoing. Hopefully we will learn the lessons of other countries.
I teach computer science at the school, and the very first online lesson I gave them was, how can we use technology to beat the virus? And I gave the example of China. They were using drones to read your temperature.
Oh, wow.
It looked at your heat signature using drones to do that.
Mm-hmm.
They attach a speaker on the drone to tell you to go home if they find you outside with a bunch of people.
You're running a fever. Go home. Take the shortest route. Avoid everybody on the way.
They were using it to look inside your homes to see, like,
wow,
who is sick, who is not. I'm not saying, but they can do that there. Okay?
Yeah. Here they'd be like, "Oh no, government overreach. No, we're not having that." Inside my home? Are you kidding me?
They were doing whatever they can to beat the virus, and they beat the virus because they have over 1 billion people.
Yeah.
So they had to.
It's like at a certain point, I think. I know I'm gonna get hate mail for this. Don't send me hate mail. Send it to Jerry. But I feel like at some point, like if your population is just so large,
right?
You have to manage 3 times as many people as we have in this country, 3 times plus. I feel like a certain authoritarianism is warranted, because otherwise you have 1 billion people who are, and half of them are like, I don't really care what you say. I'm gonna just do what I want to do.
Exactly.
How do you, in a democratic society, how do you manage that? Well, then again, actually, like, look, I guess India would be an example. India is a democracy, and they have 1 billion plus people.
Right.
So I guess we'll have to see how it goes in India.
Yeah. How many cases do they have now? I'm not even sure.
I have no idea. I haven't been watching the news that much, because the news is all about telling you all the bad news, really.
Yeah.
It's very depressing. It can be depressing. I guess it doesn't have to be. I think it depends on who you watch. who you watch. Because, I think some channels are like very sensational, and it's always like, oh, breaking bad news, every 5 minutes. Whereas others are like, okay, let's break it down. Let's give you the facts.
What I found surprising was Caribbean countries didn't have as many people as I thought they would have, like infected, because they rely on tourism, people coming in.
Right.
But countries with 1 person with the virus, 5 people with the virus, and places like Trinidad, when they had 4 people, they closed the whole place down.
Everything. Oh wow!
Which is right.
Yeah.
America took too long.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, we took too long.
But again,
I think we had an optimistic vision, and that vision was not a good one.
Some people were denying that it was a problem. I'm not going to call names, but they were denying that.
I know, right? We call out a number, 45. No. Oh gosh. I see a couple of my friends are watching. I don't know if they're still watching, but Wayner is a medical professional. So Wayner, if you want to come on and give us the scoop, go to the URL on the screen.
Yeah.
And my good friend Jerry here will let you on.
Yeah. Not going to charge you either. But we want to do this again tomorrow. I hope more people will come on tomorrow. There are a bunch of people who said they were going to be on. I haven't seen them yet. But maybe the URL got lost in the mail. Who knows? They're not on yet. But I want to do it every day for people to share. Even if you have a talent, you want to sing to make people happy, or you want to play something.
That's cool.
You want to jump on your head. I don't know what you want to do. As long as it makes people happy. Feel free to come on the show. I just got an email. No, never.
One of the things I was doing today that I didn't do yesterday was just listen to music. and that lifts my spirits. It's just uplifting, especially, and I've been listening to good dance music, to be honest.
Yeah.
I know. I hope all y'all Christian folks aren't disappointed in me, but I need upbeat dance music
Well,
at times. That keeps me
since
going.
you're home eating everything, you need the dance music to help you.
Need it, right? You gotta work off the donuts.
Speaking about donuts, someone sent you a comment.
I did. I saw that. For Simone donuts. Send me an image. I'll have to check that out.
I posted that on the screen. Yeah. She cares about you. Anyway,
it sounds like she's encouraging me to eat more donuts. I don't know.
Maybe
I think one month, a few months ago, I actually didn't cook at all at home, and I ate out. And did takeout the whole month. And I had a doctor's appointment after that month was over. And of course, they take you in and weigh you and take your temperature and all that stuff. I go in there, I get on the scale, and I was like, oh my
gosh! At the doctor's office?
Yes.
Alrighty then.
I've never seen a number that high. I was like, oh my God, what's wrong?
Okay.
Oh,
I will not go there. I will leave that alone.
And of course, the nurse is in the room with me, and she didn't bat an eyelash. I guess she sees this all the time, people getting on the scale and totally shocked. But I actually screamed.
I won't ask you. That's crazy. That's
that was bad. It was bad. So while I am at home, I have not gotten takeout at all since I've been home. I have ordered groceries, had them delivered, and so I'm cooking things and using my Tasty app to, I guess, try some new recipes. I had this recipe for spicy Italian pasta, a one-pot pasta thing. And of course, I don't eat meat. I had vegetarian meatballs. Okay. And it was pretty good. Okay. It was really pretty good. So the next thing I want to try is fettuccine Alfredo. That Cajun spicy fettuccine Alfredo that they make in the at Fridays and Chili's. And I want to make that because I miss having that at Fridays and Chili's.
Okay.
And I really like it, but I can't order it in because you can't get special orders, and it comes with chicken and shrimp, and I can say leave the shrimp off, but they won't leave off the chicken. So I have to make it myself, and I've got some veggie chicken, so I can fake it.
Do you like the Impossible Burger thing?
I do. Yeah, the Impossible Burger is pretty good.
It was pretty nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I eat chicken, but I no longer eat beef. That's just because. But so the Impossible Burger was really nice.
Yeah, it's not bad. I'm shocked. I'm like, oh man, now Burger King has me eating fast food again. Because I had avoided Burger King, Taco Bell, McDonald's, all of that for a long time.
Yeah.
But once I tried the Impossible Burger, I was like, oh man, this is now an option it's a food source now.
It's kind of nice. Okay, so because of the virus thing, everybody's saying you got to wash your hands. So I'm a germaphobe, as some of you may know, and whenever I go out to eat, I take a girl out to eat, and before we order, I leave to go wash my hands, and for some reason, that's weird. I don't know why, Every time they always find it weird. I'm washing my hands so I can eat. Say, well, you don't eat with your hands like with the food. Well, okay, but I want to wash my hands. But and you look in the bathroom and you see employees must wash their hands, and I'm never sure if they actually do that. So
it's very sad that you even have to tell them that. You work in a restaurant.
Yeah, but now I think they are because they want to save their own lives.
Yeah, right. They want to save their own lives.
So that's a silver lining.
Yeah.
To this whole thing. I hope they're doing it. What I wish they told all the restaurant workers was wear a mask while you're making the food, because I don't want you to be talking over my food.
I know, right? Yeah.
And like I said, I'm thankful. But what you gonna do?
What are we gonna do?
Yeah. Anyway, so I guess we should probably stop here. No one else is coming on.
No one wants to hear us ramble on and on about.
I want to do tomorrow. So if you want to be on the show, let me know. We can do it tomorrow. I don't want to do it by myself. So yeah.
Don't leave Jerry by himself, y'all. That's not nice.
And my Wi-Fi keeps cutting out. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it there for today. Thanks, Simone, for coming on, and Kendra, you have to leave. We'll do it again sometime. If you know anyone who wants to come on, just let them know.
Sure. You can ask my son Ron Smith. He can come on too.
Right.
So,
people home and they want something different, so they can do this.
Yeah.
All right.
Get online and just show the world your life.
All right. See you. I'm gonna close it out.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, everybody.